Hello, my name is Victoria Coleman, and I'd like to introduce you to the Compassion Collective, which is something that FDCW is launching. We have already a number of individuals, a handful, who are contributing to FDCW every month, and we're aiming to attract more people, up to 50, hopefully, by the end of the year. So why would you want to contribute to FDCW? We believe FDCW is at a pivotal moment in our history because we have a new website that was developed and launched a year ago, and we're seeing big impact as a result of that. So we have more than 52,000 people visiting that website, and we're seeing over 1,000 downloads. So every time I log on, more people have downloaded our book, our resources, or one of our online courses. And the impact is to share that with others. So these people are from 200 different countries. We've got the analytics. They're downloading these resources. And our role is to support and inspire so that they reach the people in their communities effectively and safely. So one way we did that was to develop a training. So that simple 90-minute training online, available to all and freely available, so that they have the confidence to be able to share our resources and tools with people in their communities in groups. So safely to learn about leading discussions, to learn about leading reflections, and to learn about safeguarding and inclusive language and so forth, so that each person is in a nurturing environment to be able to get in contact with their own inner wisdom, their values, and the basis for their nurturing their inner compassion. So that's one way. Another way that we support the dissemination of our programs is through our strong facilitator network of over 100 trained facilitators active in over 20 countries, offering our programs and trainings. An example of that is two of our senior trainers are just back from Nepal, where they led 16 guidelines training in a school, and other schools were invited to attend. So a group of teachers learned about how to share mindfulness, compassion, and work on resilience with young children in the classroom, and they were shown many exercises that they could bring into the classroom in a very practical way. We see other facilitators working in places like Italy, in Mexico, in Canada, in Mongolia. So speaking of Mongolia, we see facilitators there working not just with adults, but also with children and teenagers. But most recently, I got an email from the director of our partner there, FPMT Mongolia, sharing with me that they had led a 16 guidelines program with the visually impaired community in Mongolia. So they had worked with FDCW's most recent course, which is a meditations course, and they had adapted it for this community of visually impaired. So when I read that, I thought, oh, that's so wonderful that they're able to reach into that new community and help them. Another facilitator literally emailed me last week to share that she has been working with the hospice that she works at, and she's been adapting the 16 guidelines with them as a statement of values and a way to develop workplace culture. So the staff and volunteers at the hospice, led by her, examine each one of the guidelines, the values within them, and choose which ones resonate for them as a group, and then really discuss and go into those, and then think about how that can be applied in the workplace, organizationally, strategically, operationally, so that it really gets embedded into the way they work and relate and respond to one another. And what's great is that that now is a statement of their values, and anybody who joins the hospice as a staff worker or volunteer also participates in that training. So another way that we see impact is through our community of centres with the FPMT. So one of FDCW's main partners is FPMT, And this is a network of Buddhist centres around the world who want to make available secular programming as well. So why would a secular organisation like FDCW partner with a Buddhist organisation? Make no sense, right? Well, wrong, because His Holiness the Dalai Lama has made very clear that it's not just people who have a religious inclination that need these tools. Everybody needs them, right? This is a tough world we're living in. Every era is tough, but this is a really tough one. So His Holiness the Dalai Lama is saying to us, let's make these tools for happiness available to everyone. Let's take out all the religion, take out all the ritual, and just make happier people so people can live happier, more compassionate lives, including my dog. So we're taking our initiative from our patron, His Holiness, and we're making those secular materials available as widely as possible. I hope I've given you some insight into what we're trying to do. Please consider becoming a friend of FDCW. And even if you don't, just take a moment to just feel happy that there are organizations like FDCW who are working towards a more compassionate, a better world for ourselves and for our children. So thank you for listening. Have a great day.